good to be here. Thank you to Barry for inviting me to do this, and thank you to Noble Coffee Roasters. And I'm going to share some mostly originals with you, I think, tonight. And this first one, I retired from working for the state of New York 35 years in 2017, and I realized, sitting on my front porch one day, that time was the greatest gift I had just received from retiring. So this is called Sitting Here Listening. Sitting here listening to the birds in the trees, the wind in my face, it's a sweet warm breeze. I used to worry too much on my mind. Now I don't hurry, I just take my time. No, I don't hurry, I just take my time. Used to think that the past was close behind. The future was uncertain, it was always on my mind. But satisfaction ain't all that hard to find. I'm not gonna hurry, I'll just take my time. Got me some good friends, got me a few. Play music the whole night through. We can play forever, and it won't cost a dime. I'm not gonna hurry, take my time. Sitting here listening to the birds in the trees. Wind in my face, wind in my face, it's a sweet warm breeze. I used to worry too much on my mind. I'm not gonna hurry, I'll just take my time. I'm not gonna hurry, I'll just take my time. Thank you. So yeah, I grew up in the UK in the 70s. At that time, listening to what you would expect someone in the 70s to be listening to, the Beatles, the Stones, the Kinks, the Who, what Americans call the British Invasion, and what we just called music. And the undercurrent in the 70s, though, was traditional folk music. The folk clubs in London in the 70s were incredible. And just Celtic, Scottish, English ballads, work songs, ritual songs that went back hundreds of years. So I kind of absorbed that whole thing. And in the last 10 years in writing songs, I've been trying to write some songs in that tradition. I go to a workshop in North Carolina every year called the Swannanoa Gathering. We talk a lot about writing songs in the tradition. And so this one is one of those songs. It has a call and response like a sea shanty. The response is hold away and go, so if you feel like joining in, please do. And it's a song about whaling. Spend my life on a whaling ship, all away and go. Now I'm pensioned off from my final trip, all away and go. No more storms around Cape Horn, all away and go. Where you wish to God you'd never been born, all away and go. Greenland shores to the Faroe Isles, all away and go. Well, I'm sure we sailed 1,000,000 miles, all away and go. For the oil we were handsome paid, all away and go. Well, I tell you lads, it's a gruesome trade, all away and go. And I'm glad that my run all the way and go, and I'm glad that all the whaling's done all the way and go. But I love the chase, I cannot lie, all the way and go. I'm a harpoon man till the day I die, all the way and go. But when the whale will breach and die, all the way and go, well, I tell you lads, I always cry, all the way and go. And I'm glad that my race is run all the way and go, and I'm glad that all the whaling's done all the way and go. Well, I sit at home with my pipe and rum all the way and go, with my wife, my daughter, and my son all the way and go. And soon the whales will sport and play all the way and go, and that will be a joyful day all the way and go. And I'm glad that my race is run all the way and go, and I'm glad that all the whaling's done all the way and go. And I'm glad that my race is run all the way and go, and I'm glad that all the whaling's done all the way and go. All right, there was a pub in London on the Holloway Road in the 70s called The Favourite. That's Favourite with a U. And it was the mecca, it was the meeting place for all the best Irish musicians in London. It was an incredible place, and it was always packed on a Sunday lunchtime. The licensing laws in England at that time, the pub was open from 12 to 3, and then closed again till 7, and then open till 11. That was it. So from 12 to 3 every Sunday was the most amazing Irish session you could possibly imagine. My uncle, who was Welsh-speaking and a Gaelic scholar, if I bought him enough Guinnesses, he would get up and sing in Gaelic with the band, which was always fun. Anyway, this is a song about that pub, and about, of course, it was in the middle of the Troubles, as the Civil War was known, and which had spilled over into London, and so getting people of all persuasions together to sing together and play together on a Sunday was quite something. Here's Jimmy on fiddle, plays the old Mountain Dew. Seamus on whistle takes a chorus or two. The piano keeps time and the accordion sings. Not a seat in the house as the session begins. Oh, come with me now to a time and a place where the music and dance puts a smile on the face, and the pride of old Erin comes stepping on down. The Sundays at the Favourite in old London town, where we drank with the friends that we'd made, and the lark in the morning was the last tune they played, and we danced out the door as we closed the place down. Sundays at the Favourite in old London town. Slip jigs and reeds, and then time for a song. Out Derry and Dublin and the green fields of home, and the music rolled on like a merry old wheel. And Jimmy comes in with the old Sligo reel. But the troubles ran deep with no end in sight, and tempers would flare on a Saturday night. But on Sunday we all had the music to share. Can I buy you a pint where you're from, County Clare? Let's drink with the friends that we'd made. And the lark in the morning was the last tune they played. And we danced out the door as we closed the place down. Sundays at the favourite in old London town. Oh, times they have changed, the old place is gone. Jimmy and Reg, all the others passed on. But I always remember the times we went down. Sundays at the favourite in old London town, where we drank with the friends that we'd made. And the lark in the morning was the last tune they played. And we danced out the door as we closed the place down. Sundays at the favourite in old London town. Sundays at the favourite in old London town. One of my favourite Irish bands were the Pogues, and I always, in my head, hear the Pogues playing along with that. And Shane didn't stick around long enough for me to ask him to cover it for me. So. All right, a more personal song now. So my mum turned 102 in April. She lives in England. She's still going pretty strong. I spoke to her today on FaceTime on her iPad. 102 years old. It's quite something. Anyway, she's seen off 2 husbands, and one was my dad back in 1969. So it's a long, long time ago. So when I started to think about writing this song, I had some difficulty locating how that song should be, but it really is a song about memory. So this is called Joy in Every Memory. This is for you, Dad. There is joy in every memory, in every word, in every need. Summer drives in your open Ford, the books you love to read. The garden shed, the things you made, your paintings on the wall. I can hear you play the piano, like no time has passed at all. Quiet and you were kind, and I've tried to be like you, steady as a ship at sea. I know that much is true, but sometimes in the evenings when the years block out the light, these memories I have in my mind, they fade to black and white. There's a picture from before the war in a cracked and leather frame. You are walking with some friends, only time would know their names. You were born 100 years ago and surely gone too soon. There's joy in every memory, in every word, in every tune. There's a child who never knew. She is quiet and she is kind, and as I watch her concentrate, she brings you to my mind. But the images are fleeting, but this one I know is right. It's just you and me in that open Ford as we fade to black and white. There's a picture from before the war in a cracked and leather frame. You are walking with some friends, only time would know their names. You were born 100 years ago and surely gone too soon. There's joy in every memory, in every word, in every tune. Thank you. So we were talking about traditional songs before, so I'm going to sing a couple of traditional tunes. This is an Irish emigration song, of which there are many, because of the potato famine in the 1850s. and I'm English, and I won't go too far into that, except it was not one of the high points of the English history, the Potato Famine. I think 1 million Irish people came here, and probably that many people died also. But anyway, when you left Ireland in the 1850s, chances are you weren't going back. So lots of songs, kind of hopeful, and also songs of longing and regret. It's called Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore. From Derry Quay, we sailed away on the 23rd of May. We were boarded by a pleasant crew bound for America. Fresh water there we did take on 5,000 gallons or more, in case we'd run short going to New York from Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore. And it's fairly well, sweet Eliza dear, likewise sweet Derry Town. And it's twice farewell to me, comrade boys, dwell on that sainted ground. If fortune ever should favour me, I should have money in store, I'd go back and I'd wed with the lassie I left on Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore. We were gone 3 days, we were all seasick, not a man on board was free. We were all confined to our bunks, with no one to pity poor me. No mother dear, no father kind, to hold up my head when 'twas sore. Makes me think more of the lassie I left on Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore. Well, we finally reached the other side in 23 days. We were taken as passengers by a man, led round in 6 different ways. We each of us drank a parting glass, in case we might never meet more. And we drank a health to old Ireland and Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore. So it's fairly well, sweet Eliza dear, likewise sweet Derry Town. And it's twice farewell to me, comrade boys, dwell on that sainted ground. If fortune ever should favour me, I should have money in store, I'd go back and I'd wed with the lassie I left on Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore. All right, these folk clubs that I used to go to in the 70s were very puritanical. You hardly ever saw guitars because they weren't a traditional instrument. May have seen some fiddles and some concertinas, but a lot of the times the entire evening was just unaccompanied singing. There were a couple of reasons for that. Sometimes it was because the people who owned the place were just narrow-minded bastards, but also because the songs, especially the ballads, have one foot in musical tradition and another foot in storytelling tradition. So when you're telling a story in a song, sometimes it's not good to have those distractions of music. So I thought I'd sing one of those. This is called Henry Martin. The origins of this ballad go back to the 14 or 1500s, I think, and there was a pirate called Henry Martin. Started off as a privateer. Privateers had a letter of marque from the king or the queen to sink Spanish, French, Dutch ships. But at some point they usually got greedy and started sinking English ships as well, and then they became pirates and not just privateers. And then they were the enemies of the king and queen. There are versions of this which probably have 30 verses. Not going to sing those. There were 3 brothers from merry Scotland. From merry Scotland there were 3, and they did draw lots for to see who would go, who would go, who would go, and turn a robber upon the salt sea. The lot it fell first to Henry Martin, the youngest of all of the 3, that he would turn a robber upon the salt sea, the salt sea, the salt sea, to maintain his 2 brothers and he. They had not been sailing a long winter's night, and part of a cold winter's day, when they espied a tall lofty ship, lofty ship, lofty ship, come a-bearing upon them straightway. Hello, hello, says Henry Martin, what brings you sailing so nigh? We're a rich merchant ship come from fair London town, London town, London town, if it please you to let us pass by. Oh no, says Henry Martin, this thing it never can be, for I have turned pirate upon the salt sea, the salt sea, the salt sea, to maintain my 2 brothers and me. So lower your topsails and clean out your sheets, and bring yourself under my lee, or I will give you a swift cannonball, 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 and send you to the bottom of the sea. Oh, we will not lower our lofty topsail, nor bring ourselves under your lee, and you shall not have our rich merchant goods, merchant goods, merchant goods, nor point our bow guns to the sea. So broadside to broadside, and at it they went, for fully 2 hours or 3, till Henry Martin gave to them a death shot, a death shot, a death shot, and down to the bottom went she. Bad news to old England came, bad news to fair London town, a rich merchant ship she has been cast away, cast away, cast away, and all of her merry men drowned. Thank you. Now for something completely different. Yeah, so I love the way songs come to you sometimes. Sometimes it's a matter of craft, sitting down, blank piece of paper, I'm going to write a song about. Other times things just come to you. I'm sitting in a cafe about 10 years ago watching in the pouring rain a carnival being set up in a parking lot and thinking it was the saddest thing I'd ever seen in the pouring rain, watching the Roughnecks, the Roustabouts, I guess from the Elvis Presley song, Roustabout, the Roustabouts setting it up, and this song came to me. Well, a poem came to me and eventually it became a song called Jimmy and Jackie. The boys are building dreams, Jackie's glad she came. Jimmy passing through, it's last summer once again, and he's working on the carousel. She's glad that she came round. Maybe this year will be different. Maybe now he'll settle down. But the clouds are getting darker, like the thoughts that cloud her brain, and she thinks there's nothing sadder than a carnival in the rain. And the lights go on, the music starts, take a chance and stick around. Jackie's just got one shot left now, the rough boys are in town. Up here on the Ferris wheel, the stars are out tonight. If she could just hold on to this, just hold this moment tight. Up here alone he's different, not so rowdy, not so rough. Up here he is a gentleman, and maybe that's enough. Jackie and the girls come round, they act crazy every night, and Jimmy's fighting with the boys, but make sure to treat her right. But She gets a sinking feeling, like when the roller coaster falls, and her heart is in her mouth, lost in those mirrored halls. 'Cause she knows that he'll be leaving, and she knows she has no claim, and she thinks she really loves him, and she's sure he feels the same, and she hopes that he is happy as the clouds roll in again, and she thinks there's nothing sadder than a carnival in the rain. Up here on the Ferris wheel, the stars are out tonight. She could just hold on to this, just hold this moment tight. Up here alone, he's different, not so rowdy, not so rough. Up here he is a gentleman, and maybe that's enough. The boys are building dreams, Jackie's glad she came, Jimmy passing through, it's last summer once again. Thank you. I read a couple of sad love songs now, which I always like to point out are purely fictional. Been married for 45 years, so I had to search back to college days for a couple of sad love songs. This is called It's a Crying Shame. I'll never know what went wrong. I always thought that we were strong, but I'm still here and you are gone, and it's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. I remember those endless days. I always thought that you would stay, but silver wings took you away. It's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. I still stay up all night long for your footsteps on the floor, and if you come walking back, I'll be standing by the door. We all need a place to hide, and a hand to hold when it's cold outside. But honey, I don't think we even tried, and it's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. I still stay up all night long for your footsteps on the floor, and if you come walking back, I'll be standing by the door. We all need a place to hide, and a hand to hold when it's cold outside. But honey, I don't think we even tried. It's a crying shame. 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 Thank Thank you. All right, this is called Watching the Sunset. How are we doing?
How we doing? I don't know. Let's see. You got one,
Three more?
two more.
Two more.
Well, maybe three more.
Okay, this is a short one, so we maybe we can skip it. I'm watching the sunset tonight, and I'm wondering if you're doing alright. Sky is red, my heart's blue. Does it feel the same to you? Watching the sunset tonight. Well, I know that I had to let you go. The time was never right for us, I know. But as I look at the stars, I wonder just where you are. Well, I know that I had to let you go. Well, you stole a little piece of my heart. Keep it safe now, we are far apart. And someday you might find a reason to change your mind. Well, you stole a little piece of my heart. So I'm watching the sunset tonight, and I'm wondering if you're doing alright. Sky is red, my heart's blue. Does it feel the same to you? Watching the sunset tonight, watching the sunset tonight. Thank you. All right, let me read two more for you. This is a song by a Scottish songwriter called Corinne Polwart, and she writes lovely songs, again, in the tradition, I would say. This is a song about coming out of winter into spring, so I guess it's the wrong season, but we can look forward, you know. Is it the last day of summer today? 21st, it's the solstice today, right? Or tomorrow, yeah. Jeez, okay. So we can look forward to springtime. The back of the winter is broken, and a light lingers long by the door. The seeds of the summer have spoken in gowans that bloom by the shore. By night and day we sport and we play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow the heron home. In winter we cradle our sorrow and stoke all our fires with fear. These bones that lie empty and hollow are waiting for gladness and cheer. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow the heron home. So long will we sing of the salmon and the cold scented sounds of our home. The north wind delivers its sermon of ice and salt, water and stone. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow the heron home. the breath of the morning away, and we'll follow the heron home. I think she must live in a very cold part of Scotland, because that song gives me the chills every time I sing it. All right, last song. This is my COVID song, but that sounds depressing, but it's not a depressing song. It was June of 2020, and if you remember, we were all locked down, and we had no idea when it was going to end, and it was pretty awful. And the one thing I was missing was singing with other people, which I think is something we don't do enough of anyway. But during COVID, certainly we couldn't do it. And so I wanted to write a song that kind of tapped into that, when that would happen again. This has a very singable chorus, so I hope you get to sing along. This is called Sing It All Over. The wind's in the meadow, the dew's on the corn, and the ploughboy's whistling so fair. The sailor he sings, his chorus is bold, while the sails they fly in the air. And the sun rises high, and the birds on the wing, and the earth and the sky they are bound. And the people they dance with the Queen of the May, as the seasons turn round and round. This is your bit. And we'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again, my friends. We'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again. Yes, we'll sing it all over again. With a jug of good ale and friends by my side, I've no reason for trouble or care. When our voices they rise to drown out the day, oh, we leave behind doubt and despair. And the sun rises high, and the birds on the wing, and the earth and the sky they are bound. And the people they dance with the Queen of the May, as the seasons turn round and round. And we'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again, my friends. We'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again. Yes, we'll sing it all over again. If I had a gold crown for each song I've sung, I'd have more than a lord or a king. But I have my reward, and it's sweeter by far when our voices in harmony ring. And the sun rises high, and the birds on the wing, and the earth and the sky they are bound. And the people they dance with the Queen of the May, as the seasons turn round and round. And we'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again, my friends. We'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again. Yes, we'll sing it all over again. One more time. And we'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again, my friends. We'll sing it all over, sing it all over, we'll sing it all over again. Yes, we'll sing it all over again.